So I don't have a ton of time to scan stuff, but I'm going to go through some documents here. If you guys see something you like, let me know and I'll scan it. So this is a quotation sheet I believe the dealers used. This is for an HLV EM. This is for December 1980. I don't have an EM, but mine was purchased around this time, but they probably had really similar order sheets when they ordered the HLV8s at this model shop. They had a lot of HLV8s. The first page here just talks about the lathe, nothing special there, and then the back side does all of the options and everything. So somebody wrote in here that a collet set for 64ths was $877, and then there's the extra capacity collets, which actually I got. They're selling those for 70 bucks here for that set. And then if you went down, like the 3-jaw chuck was $250. And the 4-jaw chuck was $225. A lot of cool stuff on here. Too bad these prices aren't still valid. There's tailstock stuff. So I think somebody would fill this out and sign it when they place an order with the dealer. Here's a contour tracing attachment. Another sheet I hadn't seen before. This has got the parts breakdown on it. There's a wiring harness for a wiring diagram for something. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at that right now. Here's a quote for a 2 or 3 axis super slant. So I guess that's CNC. 94,000 down there. And here's this is probably the machine. I doubt anybody's too interested in that, but maybe somebody's got one. Spindle tooling from these guys. It's kind of funny because if you look at the Shars catalog, I can tell they were basing it off the Hardinge stuff. This is kind of interesting. This is a brochure for HCT. Crazy, these brochures are like new. More CNC stuff from the 80s. Here's a collet system they had. If somebody's interested, let me know. It's about 5 pages. Emergency collet for turret lathes. Another brochure. HCT bulletin, precision chucking machines. Here's a parts list for the mills for, I guess they call it a TMUM. I imagine that's out in the public domain, but who knows. Here's their carbide cutting tools they were doing for a while. Here's another quote sheet. This is an HSL 59 quote sheet. Well, that's the little high-speed lathe, I guess. 2,200 bucks. And then here's similar tooling setup like the HLVH. This is that indicator they sold. I guess they sold shims, colored shims. Here's a flyer for the board. Live centers. More cutting tools. Taper nose spindle. Here's a brochure for the speed lathe we were talking about. These are kind of cute. Contour tracing, I think I scanned that one. This tool setter I scanned. This is a brochure for some of the tooling, the mill, and some of the. This is just a generic brochure for the lathes. Here's some spindle. This is like spindle tooling. This is 5C stuff. It's kind of interesting because a lot of the stuff we don't see in the wild too often. It wasn't that always that common. I'm sure some of you old guys have seen it, but there's a pricing sheet in here even. There's bushings for the turret lathes. This is like a combination of machines and collets. This looks like it's from the early 80s, maybe late 70s. Another one of those, another one of those, another one of those. This is probably from the early 80s, I'm guessing. Really interesting. Here's the DV59, I guess, with a cross slide and a tailstock. This is HLVDR, HCAT. It's kind of interesting. These are collet fixtures. I guess they were running on mills or something, or just standalone. Here's a brochure for the mill. I don't know if you guys have seen these before. There's some price lists. I guess this is just tooling for the mill. This is a contour tracing brochure. This is a pretty good little document, but I've seen this published in the wild before. This is just work holding technique, second operation. These are the turret lathe bushings. I guess this might be for the CHNC, yeah, numerical control. This is pricing for a CNC. Probably the same thing. I think I scanned this one for you guys. This was interesting. You got a turret lathe. Here was their insert tooling they did. No bushings, duplicates. This is an expanding collet brochure. This is the, yeah, I think these work. God, I don't even know. It's here, somebody needs it. There's that milling attachment one. Looks like this was their foray into CNC in the beginning. Yikes. General Electric control. Yikes. More numerical control stuff. My turret lathes came with something like this. This is all just Hardinge stuff. I also have a ton of Bridgeport, if somebody's interested.